Yo, it's Kyle, another video. We out here. The title of this video is No One's Gonna Give You Permission to Be Yourself. You must take it. And what I mean by that, okay, so I think a lot of us, we have this ideal version of ourselves that doesn't always come out, that maybe it comes out on occasion, or there's a version of ourselves that we would like to be, that we aspire to be, that if everything was aligned, that's who we would be. If we were confident, if we were happy, if we were content, if we were social, if we were loving, self-loving, if we were loved by others, there's somebody within us, maybe they're more charismatic, that is your ideal version. That is that person that you want to be. That is the person that you try to be. Or maybe it's the person that you gave up on being. But nobody is going to give you permission to be that person. You have to take it. You have to allow yourself to be your best version. I think a lot of us look for permission. We look for that green light to be social, to be happy, to be confident, to be what we want to be. You know, that you kind of see that in like big groups when you go out. Let's say you go to like a bar, you go out and there's a big group of people. That's when people usually will act their most confident because they have that validation already. They already have people that are in their corner that aren't going to question them. So then you'll see that with like big groups of guys that are a lot more loud, a lot more vibrant, and you'll see that in big groups of women that are a lot more loud, a lot more confident in groups because they already have that validation. But if that same person went out alone or they're in a situation alone, they wouldn't be as confident. They wouldn't act like they're acting without that validation already. And this all comes from allowing yourself to be your best version, to believing that you are your best version. Because you got to believe it, you got to feel it, you got to own it. Because you could put up a front, but if your feelings, your thoughts, your actions aren't congruent, you're just gonna cower down. You're gonna say, nope, you're right. You know, I was acting loud, I was acting confident, I was talking the way I want to talk, walking the way I want to walk, walking with my chest out. One person gives me a dirty look, and then you just cower down. You say, you're right. That was all an act. That's not who I am. But you got to give yourself permission. You can't look for validation from other people to be who you want to be. Because there's going to be people that don't want to see you flourish. People judge themselves, which makes them judge you. So if they see you being your best version, being confident, being vibrant, being happy, being loving, being charismatic, that's going to trigger that envy. That's going to trigger something in them that makes them want to judge you. It's going to tell you to be quiet, tell you to stop expressing yourself, tell you to stop posting things that you want to post on social media because they themselves aren't free enough to do that. But the thing is, that person and yourself, the only person that's going to allow yourself to be who you want to be is yourself. And you can't let others dictate who you are, who you want to be. People will try to put you in a box. And this is something that always bothers me, where, you know, if I meet somebody, or let's say, you know, there's like a coworker or somebody that I run into in town, and they say, or I hear they say, somebody else tell me that they say, oh, so-and-so is shy or so-and-so is quiet. And I hate that they put me in a box because they just haven't spoken to me. Maybe you're shy because you haven't spoken to me. Have you tried to speak to me? And people try to put you in a box or put you in a label and try to keep you there because it's convenient for them for you not to change. It's convenient for them for you not to exceed expectations, for you not to become a better person, for you to change. Because if everyone knows you as somebody who's shy, if everyone knows you as somebody who lacks confidence, lacks charisma, and you start giving yourself permission to be that person, that is going to challenge their reality, because people usually don't change. So if you're out here changing yourself, that's going to challenge them to change themselves. It's going to bend their reality. People don't want people around them to change because they themselves are afraid of change. They themselves don't give themselves permission to change. And the only person that's going to give you permission to be yourself is you. And you got to be confident, and you got to take the looks, you got to take the judgment of other people, and realize that a lot of people's judgments are based in fear. You know, there are right and wrong ways to do this. You know, you still got to be calibrated, still got to be socially calibrated. Don't just be obnoxious to be obnoxious, or don't just be loud to be loud. Just be whoever feels authentic to you without apologizing for it, without saying sorry for being yourself or expressing yourself in a loving way, of course. You know, you don't want it to be a place of hatred and you're like, well, this is who I am, I'm a hateful person. You know, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about living through love, living through your truth, being who you want to be, and giving yourself permission to be who you want to be. Anyway, that's all I got for today's video. Peace.